PlayStation players, assemble your team of Avengers. Spider-Man is joining your roster. Our team has been hard at work crafting an all-new hero event for Marvel's Avengers exclusively for PlayStation.
Can I come in now?
The high-flying wall crawler brings a completely new experience to the Avengers with an acrobatic combat style and a suite of new powers, making him a great way to see the entire Avengers initiative through a new mask. In the Spider-Man with Great Power Hero event, Peter Parker learns of a deadly plot and must partner with the Avengers to stop AIM from acquiring technology that could make their synthoid army unstoppable. Insistent on keeping his identity hidden, Spider-Man forms a tentative friendship with Miss Marvel and Black Widow while learning the new dynamic of working in a team. With a threat so grave that no superhero could face it alone, Spider-Man must team up with the Avengers to face his new challenge head-on. Our Peter Parker is in his early 20s. He's responsible to a fault, lighthearted but distant, and bears the burden of his double life as Spider-Man. A gifted chemical engineer, Peter is recruited for an internship with AIM alongside his smart and savvy classmate Liz Allen. However, Peter soon begins to suspect AIM of mistreating Inhumans, leading him to seek out the Avengers' help as Spider-Man. When his quest to expose AIM uncovers the involvement of Allen Chemical, Liz becomes Spider-Man's eyes and ears and finds her loyalty to her family tested. Jumping right into the With Great Power Hero event is simple, whether you've been playing since launch or you've just picked up the game. Click the option from the war table within the Avengers Initiative. You don't need to play through the original Reassemble campaign or any previous operations to unlock Spider-Man as a playable hero. You'll be able to take on new Spidey-specific challenges and earn Spider-Man-themed rewards to help you and your team in the fight. Spider-Man offers unique gameplay options that make him stand out from our other heroes, which you'll experience firsthand from the moment you pick up the controller and begin traversing biomes with his signature web slinging, wall running, and wall crawling. Core to Spider-Man's gameplay are his webs. Not only can he use them to swing and zip anywhere, but he uses them in combat to quickly reach enemies, maneuver enemies to his advantage, and to web up enemies. Spider-Man brings a unique status effect to the game with his web shooters. All of his web-based attacks build up a web status meter on enemies. Once the meter is full, enemies become webbed, immobilizing them and making them more vulnerable to attacks from all the Avengers. All of Spider-Man's ranged attacks and heroics build up web status, and his mastery tree and gear allow players to further customize the effects of the web status debuff. Combined with his ability to perform takedowns regularly, Spider-Man becomes an excellent support option for your team of heroes. The Spider Skirmish light combo is designed to build up stun damage and juggle enemies in the air. Pair it with his signature attack Take to the Sky to launch enemies up and continue the air combo. While on the wall, Predator Instincts gives you the ability to perform a powerful leaping punch that deals bonus impact damage. Evade an enemy attack while the Spider Sense warning is visible to activate defensive armor. Evade at the last second to perform a perfect evade, which leaves the enemy vulnerable to follow-up attacks. While dodging, use Think Fast to perform a low spinning kick that can trip enemies, making them easier to combo. Or Double Fire to quickly build up web status on the enemy. Quick Reflexes and Web Counter are stronger versions of these attacks and can be performed after a perfect evade. The Wreckage skill is Spidey's intrinsic meter that charges up by dealing out melee damage and avoiding enemy attacks that drain it. Once the meter is full, Spider-Man can perform a takedown on an enemy without having to stun them, even if the enemy is in the air. Both his assault and support heroics are heavily reliant on his technical expertise and gadget-making skills. His Web Bomb assault heroic is used to web up large groups of enemies, while his Spider Drone support heroic zips around the battlefield, laying down cover fire with web projectiles. Upgrades improve damage output or provide defensive bonuses like willpower regeneration and defensive armor. The ultimate heroic Wrecking Ball creates a massive ball of webs that slams into the ground, smashing enemies under it and knocking back nearby foes. Once upgraded, Intrinsic Energy auto-generates, allowing Spidey to use his wreckage skills more often. Triggering the ultimate heroic also provides a heroic buff that reduces damage and increases damage dealt. Spider-Man is a hero with the same amount of depth as our on-disc Avengers. You'll be able to collect up to 40 new outfits, including these. Spider-Man's unique personality is captured in over 20 emotes you can unlock. Many of these can be earned through gameplay, but players can also purchase cosmetics of their favorite heroes. Our first year has brought great changes to our story and the Avengers initiative.